After being handled by Bakersfield on Saturday, the COC baseball team looked to bounce back at home yesterday in a rematch against their conference rivals. The Cougars send Steve Messner to the mound against the Renegades, looking for his second win of the year. With the game tied at 2 in the top of the 6th, Glendale's David Pennington lines one down the left field line, giving the Renegades a 2-run lead. Until the Cougars would begin their monstrous comeback when Jeremy Weber drills one over the left field wall to tie the game at 4 in the bottom of the 9th. That's Weber's 6th long ball of the year. The boys looking to finish off the Renegades when Sean Sweeney launches one out of the yard for the walk-off homer. Game, set, match. The Cougars shock the Renegades 5-4 for their 12th win of the year and 6th in conference play. COC's hero, Sweeney, describes what he saw in the at-bat. Yeah. It's just a wipe to graphics, so. Yeah. That's all right. After 18 games this season, the Cougars have 3 players batting .300 or better. Cal Vogelsang leads the team in every offensive category with a .493 average with 7 home runs, 22 runs scored, and 21 runs batted in. Jeremy Weber is hitting .298 with 5 long balls and 17 RBIs, and Robert Vickers is batting .317 with 5 doubles and 14 ribbies. The Cougars have struggled on the mound this season. Charlie Gillies is 3-1 with a 5.87 earned run average and 32 strikeouts in 6 starts. Brian Kernigan is 2-0 with a 4.22 ERA and 19 punchouts in 4 starts. The Cougars setup man Sean Gavin is 2-2 with a 3.86 ERA with 18 strikeouts in 9 games. The Cougars have 13 conference games remaining this season, starting with a 2-game series here at Glendale at the end of this week. Tomorrow, the Cougars will travel to Glendale for a 2:30 start time. On Saturday, they'll return home against the Gauchos for a 1 o'clock game. The team will take a break from conference play during the week of March 29th as they will be participating in the spring tourney held at Allen Hancock. Times are to be announced, but the games will be held March 30th through April 1st. The boys will restart conference play on Tuesday, April 6th at L.A. Pierce College and return home on Thursday the 8th against the Brahmas. Both games have start times of 2:30. After winning 5 of their last 6 games, the Cougars softball team looked to take on Glendale in a conference doubleheader. Ashley Imperial got the start in Game 1 here at COC after 6 scoreless innings. Alex Tejas comes through in the clutch with runners on first and second with a bases-clearing double. Next batter up is Carissa Hartwig, who flies one deep down the line, but Glendale left fielder can't handle it as Tejas comes home on the error, sealing the victory for the Cougars 4-0. In the second half of the doubleheader, Sarah Biggs gets the start for COC. Bottom of the first, Lady Cougars already up 1-0. Whitney Bruce bloops one over the head of the second baseman, which brings the runner in at third, doubling the COC lead. Next inning, Jessica Fridwall hits the hard ground ball up the middle, and the shortstop is unable to make the diving stop, and Stephanie Pena beats the throw home, putting the Cougars up 3. Cougars add to their lead in the 4th when Ruby Herrera drills the line drive over the shortstop, bringing in both base runners on the single. COC goes on to win 5-0. Cougar coach John Wismath feels his pitchers were the keys to both of these games.
Without a question, our pitchers did a great job. Our catcher did a great job calling the whole entire game. And it was just simple. I think it was 2 hits in the first game and 1 hit in the second game. So, great job.
It was just my catcher called great pitches, and then I had a backup behind me. My team just had a great defense, and then we got hits. So.
The Lady Cougars' bats have been on fire this season, as 5 Cougars have an average over .300. Melissa Herndon leads the team with a .429 batting average with 4 doubles and 19 runs scored. Whitney Bruce is hitting .400 with a home run, 4 triples, and 20 runs batted in. And Jessica Fridwall has a .361 batting average with 10 doubles and 15 runs scored. 2 pitchers have led the way for the Cougars in the circle. Sarah Briggs has come on strong lately with a 4-2 record with a 2.67 ERA in 7 starts. Ashley Imperial started the season with 3 straight wins for the Cougars, but has struggled as of late with an overall record of 7-5 with an ERA of 3.26, and she has racked up 36 strikeouts in 11 starts. The Lady Cougars have 17 games remaining on the season, starting with a home game tomorrow afternoon against Bakersfield at 2:30. The Cougars will head on the road Saturday for a doubleheader against non-conference opponents Fullerton Community College and Cerritos College. Both games will be held at Cerritos starting at 1 in the afternoon. The Cougars return home next week as they will host Santa Monica for a doubleheader on Tuesday starting at 1. One of COC's best relief pitchers this season has been Sean Gavin, but as our Garrett Murray found out, Gavin almost chose to give up baseball for another passion.
You may recognize this College of the Canyons baseball player as a former Canyon High quarterback, but Sean Gavin, now pitching for the Cougar baseball team, has proved to be one of the finest young arms the squad has to offer. With the success Gavin had at Canyon and beyond, it was an interesting decision to make the switch over to playing baseball. But Gavin never really had a choice to play baseball in high school.
My freshman year, I was going to play, and Coach Harry Welch, the football coach at Canyon, came up to me and said, "You need to choose, either play football or play baseball." And at the time, I was so scared of Coach Welch that I was like, I'll play football.
With his success on the gridiron at Canyon, Gavin was offered a scholarship to play at Colorado State Pueblo, a D2 football program. His stay in Colorado was short-lived, though, as he was called back home to be with his family. The decision to come back to Santa Clarita led to Gavin's chance to play baseball, and it seems to have been a good choice. Chris Cota, COC's head baseball coach, speaks of Gavin's strengths and perhaps something he can improve on.
He's very competitive, and he throws strikes. There's not much he needs to work on. Maybe get a little more tougher. He's such a big, nice kid.
Things seem to be only looking up for Gavin and the COC baseball team. With a 10-5 record, Gavin had this to say about his expectations for the rest of the season.
Obviously a state. I just want to win. I really, just like everyone out here, I just want to win. And the farther we can go, the better it is.
Sean Gavin is a reliable setup man who hopes to lead the Cougars to a Western State Conference championship. I'm Garrett Murray with Cougar News.
That'll do it for this week in sports. Back to you.